So tonight from Honolulu, it's a slugfest between the USA and South Korea on U.S. Olympic Gold. Gold. I'm Ernie Johnson, and tonight we've got boxing. 5 current U.S. champions lead the American squad against South Korea. This is the 6th head-to-head duel between the two, the U.S. winning 3 of the previous 5. And if you think back to January of 1989 and our very first U.S. Olympic Gold show, it was U.S.-Korea boxing. And there was an unforgettable moment as Anthony Hembrick took on Chung Dong-Won. As the Korean tried to tap gloves with Hembrick at the opening bell, Anthony unloaded, explaining later that he was out there to take care of business, and he did go on to take the decision. Tonight, the U.S.-Korea boxing rivalry is renewed in Honolulu, Hawaii. And the two guys stuck with that assignment, Mel Proctor and Kevin Kiley.
Yes, Ernie, this is tough duty, but somebody has to do it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hawaii. I'm Mel Proctor. You know, for me, this is a very special experience because I spent 5 years working here in Honolulu, and I feel like being here is kind of a reward for all the trials and tribulations that you put up with in traveling, the plane delays and hanging around airports and the problems with hotels, and it's a great experience to be here. But I really can't believe my partner, Kevin Kiley, his first shot out of the box, and he's in Hawaii. How do you rate, pal?
Well, I got to tell you, Mel, I do have a complaint. I saw a cloud this morning, and I'm going to have to write back home and make a statement about that.
Yeah, your complaint is definitely legitimate. Let's talk about the boxing. Tonight we're going to see some of the best U.S. boxers. In fact, I think really the nucleus of our next Olympic team.
Well, I'm very excited, Mel. What they're saying is that the majority of the fighters that we will see tonight for the United States will probably be in Barcelona in 1992. And one of the great boxers on the U.S. team is a little guy, just 106 pounds of dynamite, Eric Griffin, 2-time world champion, and a guy that we'll be very interested in seeing tonight. Also, on this team, 4 Goodwill Games champions. So we have a lot of fine boxers.
Are the Koreans up to the challenge of facing this talented U.S. team?
Well, across the board, I don't know, but the Koreans are some of the most aggressive fighters in the world. They just keep coming. They're very well conditioned. They can take a punch, and we should see some interesting fights. Should be a lot of blows struck in this thing tonight.
Well, we've got to wash off the suntan oil and the sand and make our way over to the arena to bring you tonight's boxing. So stay with us. It's all coming up from Honolulu.
Pounds, 18-year-old Jeremy Williams of Fort Dodge, Iowa, will face the Korean champion, Da. This is Da, who's in the Army in Korea, began boxing in 1984. And Jeremy Williams has had a meteoric rise in amateur boxing, former junior Olympic champ, U.S. junior champion, national Golden Glove champ, and he's won 2 U.S. championships. Williams only 18, Yoda a little more experienced, 5 years older, but Jeremy Williams a terrific prospect, power in either hands, the ability to take out an opponent, and he's matured considerably since we first saw him in the U.S. Championships at Colorado Springs a couple of years ago.
A good left there, Mel, right away. Jeremy Williams ambidextrous, fighting right-handed here, but he will turn around and fight left-handed if it lasts that long.
Looks like Williams is going for the kill early. In the past, that has been somewhat of a fault against a talented opponent. He's had a tendency to load up. But he lost to Andrei Chernyanka, world champion of the Soviet Union, the Goodwill Games, and then avenged that defeat, beating him in a dual meet in Cincinnati. And he's really learned how to box as well as slug. Oh, a good right hand by Williams. He's got Yoda on foot. A standing 8 count.
Jeremy will tell you himself that he feels that in order to progress, he needs to use his mind more than brute strength, although evidently in this bout, he feels he can come out and use the brute strength.
May not last long. The Koreans have shown they can take a punch, but Jeremy Williams is landing accurately and with power.
When you speak to his coaches, they'll tell you he was born to punch. His left hand is stronger than his right. He's jabbing with that left and hooking.
Good right hand by Williams. Williams landing shots to the body, back to the head. The Korean's nose is bleeding profusely. Dominating the bout so far. Another right hand by Jeremy. The Korean is just holding on at this point. He's in deep trouble. He may not survive the first round.
Jeremy Williams clearly.
Good shot by the Korean. Jeremy walked into a punch.
Yeah, he did. And he's hurt. He's stunned.
He said he has a tendency sometimes to load up too much. Good left snapping Yoda's head back. Williams goes down.
Short right. Short right, he walked into it.
We told you he has a tendency to load up and try to slug rather than box. He felt he had his opponent in trouble, tried to take him out, and he got tagged, and he takes a standing 8.
He needs to back off. He's woozy. Williams is hurt.
This is the same type of bout he employed against Andre Krnyavka in the semifinals of Goodwill games that he lost. He took good toe-to-toe and slugged, and it cost him the bout.
Well, if he takes one more shot here, this is going to be over. He is woozy.
Williams lost to Krnyavka. He was ahead on points at the time. Jack. Walked into it with caution to Jeremy Williams for pushing. We're near the end of round 1. Both boxers are bleeding from the nose. Williams seems to have recovered somewhat. For Jeremy Williams. He came out early, landed some punches. You could just feel his confidence soaring. He felt he could take his opponent out, and he got careless, and he got hit.
Well, in the amateur game, Mel, it's points. And all the brute strength in the world really won't help you. It looked like Jeremy was trying to take out his opponent in that first round. He had him in trouble, but when he moved in to take him out, he caught a couple of short punches, real stiff punches, and he went down, and he was hurt.
Jeremy Williams taking a standing 8 count in the first round. He walked into that right hand.
It's clear that he would not have been hit had he not been coming in, but he was coming in to finish him off. Same thing here.
I'm sure his dad, Charles, is watching this bout in his mom, Ruth, back in Fort Dodge, Iowa, and I'm sure his dad is saying the same thing he did in the bout against Krnyavka. But in the second bout, when he beat the Soviet, he learned to box, and he's got to get back to that now. He can still win this bout if he'll box rather than slug. He's talented enough to do it.
And he himself said it. He needed to use his mind more than brute strength.
He needs to get up on his toes, jab, put some combinations together, and win this bout on points, and not go for the kill so much, trying to take his opponent out.
Good right to the body just a moment ago by Jeremy Williams.
Jeremy seems to have recovered. Good right hand by Williams. That really hurt. He's got to follow it up now. They can't get careless.
Well, I think he has to remember this is an amateur bout. Hoya, one tough customer out there.
He's a Korean champion at 178 pounds. It's been a continuing education for young Jeremy Williams. I think sometimes we forget he's only 18. Success came very early for him.
And again, he is ambidextrous. He's fighting right-handed, but his left arm is the stronger arm. More power in the left.
But he signs autographs right-handed, does everything else left-handed. Up until a year and a half ago, he lived in Long Beach, California, but now he trains out of his father's gym in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Jeremy landing with a right hand, but again, KYUNG-IL showing he can take a punch.
Set up with a body punch, a real strong right to the body of Ko, and then the crossing right to the side of the head. Another
And
right.
a good right hook by Williams. Jeremy loading up again and getting hit again. He dropped his hands and he got hit to the combination. Jeremy looks a little tired right now. KYUNG-IL bleeding badly from the nose. Less than a minute remaining in round 2. Korea is the referee for this bout.
Koreans very well conditioned, very well conditioned. And as you say, they can take some punches. Jeremy has set most of his big punches up with body punches. Good right there.
Jeremy has hit Koyoda with his best shots, and he's still on his feet. Koyoda landing punches. Jeremy drops his hand. He's getting hit. Koyoda piling up the points, landing the scoring blows. Good left by Williams. He threw that one from downtown. But Koyoda taking the punch again. Terrific second round. Arena in Honolulu, 178-pound matchup between Jeremy Williams, the U.S. champion. He's won the title twice, and Koyoda. Jeremy Williams took a standing 8 in the first round. He walked into a right hand. But he seemed to survive that and bounce back in the second round. He landed some solid shots, but I want to tell you, Koyoda has taken everything Jeremy Williams has thrown. And whoever wins round 3 is probably going to win the bout. This is very even, and it's been a real crowd pleaser. The crowd has really gotten into this one. The third and final round.
The Korean, very well conditioned, has taken the best Jeremy has to offer. Conditioning will be a factor in this bout. And who can take the punch? There's going to be some punches thrown.
Koyoda holding his left hand high, much like the Soviet boxers do. He's trying to flick with a jab and pile up some points. Jeremy's got to get busy. He needs to land some scoring blows. Good right by Jeremy, but Koyoda takes it again. Koyoda stay on his feet. He has been nailed with some solid shots. Like one of those pop-up dogs. You knock him down and pop back up. Jeremy drilling that one from downtown again.
Here's the Koyoda takes her best punch. When you get tired, then he comes back. He has come back with some firepower.
Jeremy Williams hits with a kick of a mule, and Koyoda's taking the best shots he's thrown. Koyoda's conditioning looks like it's going to come into play in round 3. He's in great shape. Jeremy pounding the body. Good left right by Jeremy. Koyoda counter-punching well. Both boxers appear a little tired now. Jeremy has a cut beneath his right eye. Koyoda has been bleeding from the nose throughout the bout. Koyoda up on his toes now, trying to stick and move a little bit. Both boxers are really weary as we get into the final minute of this bout. Good left by Jeremy, but Koyoda will not go down.
He's hurt now. Koyoda hurt with that left. Most of the damage that Jeremy has done has been coming in, and he's been hurt coming in, too.
Caution to Koyoda for butting. Terrific, action-packed bout. The outcome is very much up in the air.
Good right by Jeremy Williams.
Judges and one Korean scoring this bout. It's going to be a tough one to call. They're not trying to stay away from Koyoda. We'll see.
Tremendous bout here with Jeremy Williams. Look at the left. Tremendous strong left hand, and he did incredible amount of damage. You have to give the Korean quite a lot of credit. A very close bout. Could have gone either way.
The decision in the 178-pound division on a 2-1 split. In the blue corner, Jeremy Williams.
Jeremy Williams winning by split decision over tough game Koyoda of Korea. And his teammate Oscar De La Hoya applauding the victory by Jeremy Williams.
This was non-stop action for 3 rounds. We told you, Jeremy Williams ambidextrous. Toyo Da found that out. He hit him with both hands constantly. But Da, his strategy seemed to be to take the best punch and come back and do some damage of his own, which he did. Again, that bout could have gone either way. A tremendous performance by both fighters.
We'll have more boxing action from Blaisdell Arena in Honolulu. We'll be right back. Kylie at Blaisdell Arena in Honolulu, the United States against Korea. And let's take a look at some of the action in earlier bouts. At 147 pounds, Patrick Byrd of Flint, Michigan, a member of the battling Byrd family, met Choon-Jin Chol of Korea. The Korean showed a powerful right hand, good combinations, and boxed well, but surprisingly, Byrd won 2-1, a controversial decision in Honolulu. 112-pounders, Tim Austin, the Goodwill Games champion from the U.S., Cho Dong-bum of the Republic of Korea. Austin, a left-hander, good hand speed, put together some solid combinations to pound out a unanimous 3-0 decision over Cho Dong-bum. In the bantamweight division, Sergio Reyes, a U.S. champion and gold medal winner in the Goodwill Games, met Cho In-ju of Korea. Reyes kept the pressure on, landing solid body punches and piling up enough points for a unanimous 3-0 decision over Cho In-ju. At 125 pounds, Ivan Robinson, a 19-year-old from Philadelphia, met Jin Myung-dol of Korea. I would think Robinson was probably favored going into this bout, and boxed well, using his hand speed, putting together effective combinations, but surprisingly, the judges saw it differently and voted 2-1 in favor of Jin Myung-dol. In the heavyweight division, John Bray of California won by a walkover as the Korean opponent was injured and could not compete. At 156 pounds, Paul VADEN of the United States faced Korean champion Koon Jung-koo. VADEN's awkward straight-up style was ineffective, and the Korean decked his opponent at the 2:31 mark of the second round. The referee stopping the contest because of a blow to the head. Victory for Korea. In the middleweight division, Michael DeMOSS, a 23-year-old career Marine stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, used his quick hands and counterpunching ability to score a 2-1 decision over Kim Bo-an of Korea. At 132 pounds, 17-year-old sensation Oscar De La Hoya of the United States will face KYUNG-IL of Korea, who was the Korean champion in 1990 at 132 pounds. In the ring, Oscar De La Hoya is a holy terror. Away from the ring, he's a shy individual. And we asked him, does that put him at a disadvantage in the ring?
I mean, up in the ring, I could be so aggressive, you know, and outside the ring, I like to be quiet, and I mean, so people could talk good about me. I mean, it's not too good when you're loud and, you know, you talk a lot outside the ring. I mean, people tend to like quiet people, you know, more than people who talk a lot, you know.
Oscar De La Hoya, just 17 years of age. Kyung-Il is 19. De La Hoya 3 inches taller and with the reach advantage. And this is truly a great young prospect. Junior Olympic champion in 88, Golden Glove champion in 89, U.S. champion in 1990, and beat his U.S. teammate Ivan Robinson for the gold in the Goodwill Games. Someday this kid may be a world champion professionally. He is just a great young talent.
He reminds of Alexis Arguello, and if you're a fan of boxing, you certainly remember that great boxer. This is a kid that has just about everything. If there's one thing he lacks, it's probably maturity, but that'll come with age. He's still just 17.
Song Hyung-koo of Korea is the referee for this bout. 2 American judges, 1 Korean judge scoring it. De La Hoya is just a natural for boxing. He does things instinctively that it takes other boxers years to learn.
That's tremendous footwork. He's going to...
Oh, what a left hand by De La Hoya. He rocked the Korean. He's got him in trouble in the opening round. De La Hoya trying to follow it up. Koreans again showing their toughness. They can really take a punch.
And quickness, very quick.
De La Hoya, though, closing in for the kill right now. He knows he hurt Kim Kyung-Il. He'll try to stay away from him, trying to backpedal.
When Kim throws that right, Oscar's ready with the left. He hit him with it before, and he's waiting to back over that right hand when Kim throws it.
No wasted motion on the part of De La Hoya. He throws punches they normally land.
and he throws them with force. The point I was going to make earlier before that left hook, his feet, watch his feet. He'll keep his feet underneath him, has a great base all the time, so when he throws with power. That left hook is going to really cause Kim some problems. He has no defense for it.
I mentioned De La Hoya is shy, very polite, out of the ring. He says those who talk too much lose, so I do my talking with my fists. Good left hand! The Korean down.
He lunged with the right. Oscar was there with the left, caught him right on the ear.
Oscar again, closing in. He knows he's got Kim Kyung-Il hurt. Been a good first round for Oscar. Blocked him with another left hand. The Korean's trying to keep his hands up, trying to protect himself a little bit, but he's been stung with some wicked shots.
Now watch his right hand, Mel. Watch him drop that right there.
Oh, down he goes. A great left hand by De La Hoya. Korean having trouble getting up. His legs are rubbery. He's not going to make it. He's on his feet, but the bout is over. De La Hoya with a knockout in the first round. And his teammate, love it, Tim Austin looking on. But you see why the U.S. coaches are so high on Oscar De La Hoya.
The leverage on this punch, I told you earlier, Kim had no defense for this punch. Watch the left over the right.
In the ring to present the award for the 100.
Kim was dropping that right the entire fight. There it is again. Watch the leverage. Feet underneath. Bang.
It hurts me to watch him.
He's done.
Oh, is he a great prospect? Just a terrific kid, a hard worker, tremendous condition, making short work of Kim Kyung-Il, the Korean champion in 1990 and one of their better boxers.
Contrast in styles in every sport. If you have a weakness and it plays to the opponent's strength, and that's exactly what happened there. Kim was a sucker for a left hook, and Oscar had a beauty.
The knockout coming with 2:44 gone in round one. Another day in the office for Oscar De La Hoya. What a terrific kid. He'll be graduating from high school in February. He's on an accelerated program to allow him to graduate early so that he can concentrate on training for the Olympics.
Knockout, first round, 2 minutes 44 seconds. Oscar De La Hoya.
Again, this is just a contrast in styles. Watch the feet, if you can, the leverage from De La Hoya, and watch the right hand from Kim. It's down, and it was down the entire first round. It was just something he doesn't do. He doesn't keep his right up. De La Hoya picked up on it right away and just blew him away with that left hook.
We are with the victorious Oscar De La Hoya. A first-round knockout. Did the bout come easier than you expected?
I mean, it wasn't going to be easy. I knew that, but it's like I moved up to 132, and now I'm starting to. I feel stronger. It's like when I moved to 125. I mean, I felt strong. I started, knocking out people, and I mean, it's going to be the same way from now on.
The right hand of the Korean, he seemed to carry it a little low. I know you had told me yesterday that you had a problem with your right hand. You didn't like to throw that punch because you're afraid you were going to get hit. It seemed like every time he moved his right, you hit him with the left.
Yes, we've been working on try to keep the left hand low so they could throw the right hand, and I could block it with my right hand right here and throw the left hook over it, and it works all the time. And I mean, this was my first fight at 132, and now I got a knockout.
Oscar De La Hoya, again a winner. And now let's go to Ernie Johnson in Atlanta.
And welcome back to U.S. Olympic Gold. Time to head back to Honolulu. Eric Griffin, the two-time world champion, is moments away from his bout, but right now Denver's Steve Johnston is in the ring. It's the third round. He's taking on Kim Jae-Kyung, and let's rejoin Mel Proctor and Kevin Kiley.
Thank you, Ernie, and welcome back to Blaisdell Arena in Honolulu. The third and final round at 139 pounds, Steve Johnston, an 18-year-old high school student from Manual High School in Denver, Colorado, against Kim Jae-Kyung, 21 years of age from Korea. The first two rounds have been pretty even. Contrasting styles, Johnston at 5'5", a little fire plug who hits hard, and Kim Jae-Kyung with a 2.5-inch height advantage, using his jab and his reach advantage. It's been very even so far.
The trouble that Steve has had, Mel, in the first two rounds, he's walked into that right hand of Kim's, and Kim has had a real problem with Steve's left. Steve fighting southpaw.
Al Robinson of the United States is the referee for this bout. The winner of this third round could very well win the bout. Johnston's a great athlete, high school football player, running back and free safety, being recruited by several major colleges in football. The University of Hawaii has expressed interest, so is Nevada, Las Vegas, and Oregon, and Idaho State. He runs a 4.5 40. He's a tremendous athlete.
He plays at 150 pounds, and he boxes at considerably less than that. He says he just runs the weight off. It's not a problem. He has had some difficulty in this fight.
Johnston landing a solid shot. The Korean has shown he can take punches, as all the Koreans have. Caution, Johnston. Johnston landed the more solid punches. He would just as soon stand toe-to-toe and mix it up. And a caution to Kim Jae-Kyung.
Kim is one of those straight-ahead Korean boxers, but he has tremendous power in his upper body, and he's used it against Johnston.
Minute and a half remaining in round 3. Johnston, who comes from a tough area in Denver, does a lot of work. Gangs trying to prevent young kids from belonging to gangs and trying to keep them off drugs. But he's not having a lot of success with his peers, high school students, but he's encouraged by the progress he's made with the young kids. Interesting young man. Terrific prospect, the U.S. champion in 1990. Final minute of the round. Johnston better get busy and have some punches.
Kim has him backing up. Kim's height advantage, his reach advantage, and the pressure really costing Steve Johnston in this bout.
Johnston needs to land blows quickly. Couldn't possibly think that he's so far ahead on points, but he doesn't have the boxing.
Korean's getting off quicker. He's got a better
right hand by the Korean.
Steve backing up. You see Korean dictating where they fight in the ring.
And a good third round for Kim Jae-Kyung, who is a college student at Dongguk University in Korea studying criminal justice. Caution to Kim Jae-Kyung for a low blow. It's a tough one to call, but we'll be back with the decision at 139 pounds in a moment. Here is the decision at 139 pounds.
3-0 decision. In the red corner,
a unanimous decision for Kim Jae-Kyung of Korea over Steve Johnston of Denver, Colorado.
Well, I'm not surprised. Steve has a problem sometimes wanting to slug it out instead of box, and he got into a slugging match with Kim, and Kim was clearly the superior slugger. His reach advantage definitely made a difference.
Getting ready for the United States, two-time world champion Eric Griffin, the Little E from Houston, Texas, the USA ABF Boxer of the Year, and he's primed. 90 USA ABF Boxer of the Year facing Kim Jin-Ho of Korea. This is Jin-Ho, 22 years of age. He was third in the Korean Championships. He's a college student at Dongguk University. And the action-packed Eric Griffin from Houston, Texas. He did not qualify for the '88 Olympics. He was disqualified in the Olympic trials for his use of marijuana. And he was asked if the Olympic dream is still alive for 1992.
My dream and my goal right now is the Olympics, 92 Olympics. And that's what I want. I wanted to always have a gold medal, just like in '88. I wanted the gold medal at the time when things happened to me. And, you know, that really changed my life around. And that's why, you know, I became a world champion and worked hard at it.
The tail of the tape. Not sure the tape means too much when you talk about Eric Griffin. He's not very big, but he will throw leather from start to finish. Al Robinson of the U.S., the referee for this bout, but I think at this point Griffin is almost unbeatable in the amateur ranks. In fact, he told us, Kevin, that he's getting a little bored beating everybody. He wants to make it to the 92 Olympics and win the gold, but there really isn't anybody around right now who's capable of beating him. He's that good.
He's been fighting a long time. His experience means a whole lot. He's a tremendous athlete, and he fights from every angle. He'll fight low, he'll come up, he'll come down on you, and he'll put relentless pressure on you. That's what makes it really difficult to fight Eric Griffin. If you don't have experience, he'll come at you from everywhere.
And the U.S. coaches even have difficulty finding someone his own weight who will get in a ring with him. He's so devastating, so he consequently winds up boxing with 119-pounders, and he's only 106. There is one 106-pounder, Bradley Martinez, who will spar with him, but they have trouble finding anybody who wants to get into the ring with the little league.
When they talk about desire, just staying at 106 pounds, Eric says, is the most difficult thing for him, to keep his weight down.
He has power in both hands. He's extremely quick. He's in great condition. He runs 8 miles a day, works out 3 times a day, 2.5 hours each. It's a marvelous boxer.
And he wants it very badly. He wants it very, very badly.
We mentioned his problems with marijuana during the 88 Olympic trials. He's made great progress since with the help of his sponsor, Bob Jordan, down in Texas. Eric has improved his work habits, found religion. He's motivated now.
Trying to go low to the body. He believes that he can score against his career opponent to the body, weaken him. He goes low, he goes high. You saw him with the right to the side of the ribs and then back to the side of the head. He'll come at you from high and low. Makes it tough. There he goes to the body again.
Korea is doing a fairly decent job against him. I think if you have a hope of beating Griffin, you've got to try and beat him as aggressive as he is, which is very difficult to do. You can't try to counterpunch him.
Well, he's very accurate, too. The punches that he throws land. If you see him, most of these punches that Eric Griffin throws are scoring punches.
Caution to the Korean Kim Jin-ho for hitting behind the head. Final 30 seconds of round 1. Griffin landing body shots. He's forcing Kim Jin-ho to drop his hands, and the little Lee is going back upstairs and scoring.
If you watch him for 10 seconds, you see just about everything that a boxer could throw. Uppercuts and hooks, and he'll come from just about everywhere. There's an uppercut, right cross.
He never seems to tire. The 3rd round, he looked like the prices of the 1st round. Just a great amateur boxer. Round 2, 106-pounders. Eric Griffin of the United States, a 2-time world champion, and Kim Jin-ho of Korea in red. Griffin won his first world championship in 1989 by decision Rogelio Marcelo of Cuba. Then he beat him again in the World Championship Challenge in 1990. He's also the Goodwill Games champion. Hasn't lost since he was defeated by Michael Jordan in the Olympic trial. You can't stand toe-to-toe and box with the lead. You're going to lose. That's what Kim Jin-ho is trying to do.
Tremendous damage to the body, and then he'll come upstairs. Good left to the body in that exchange early on.
He just wears you down. Kim Jin-ho at this point doesn't know quite what to do. He tried to slide with Griffin. That didn't work. Tried to run from him. Can't keep him off of you.
The corner.
Oh, Griffin standing flat-footed now, nailing his opponent.
The corner is calling for a right hook.
Uppercut, standing 8 count.
Leverage on that uppercut. Got his legs underneath him all the time in great position, and that uppercut was a nasty punch. They want him to do the damage with the right. With the right hook, then the uppercut.
Griffin uppercutting, hammering away at the body, and a good left to the head, and Kim Jin-ho is in trouble. Griffin has got some wallop for a 106-pounder.
The classic Korean boxer, right in your face.
Vicious. Caution to Griffin.
Kim Jin-ho still pushing, still coming in, taking a tremendous amount of punishment to get there.
Oh! Griffin landing a vicious just right to the head. Now back to the body, trying to get the Korean to drop his hands. Griffin doing pretty much what he wants in this bout. I don't know who there is in the world at this way to defeat it.
Right cross.
Been a long road back for him since his disappointment in the '88 Olympic trials. He deserves a lot of credit for putting his life, boxing career back together.
He sure does. At 106 pounds, you look like you can hold him in your hand as you sit here.
Don't make him mad. Griffin just as fresh in round 2 as he was in round 1. He's not tired. Just all over Kim Jin-Ho at this point. Griffin pretty much pitching a shutout right now.
Kim Jin-Ho is beginning to come up a little bit. Fighting higher and higher. He's tired. His mouth is open. It'll be a tough third round for him.
And let's go into the corner with Eric Griffin. Lucky Vasco of Troop, Texas is in the corner, along with Candelario Lopez of San Jose, California. The other U.S. coaches are Al Silva's local product, Waipahu, Hawaii, and of course the guru, Pat Nappy, three-time Olympic coach, who kind of oversees everything.
Coming out of there, keep your hands up, though. Don't get caught with nothing silly, okay? Don't get caught with nothing silly.
The coach is cautioning Griffin not to get careless. They know he's way ahead right now.
Watch the leverage in the throw. See how accurate the left, right to the ribs, right to the head, left to the face, and then here comes the uppercut. A lot of crossing punches, and then the uppercut, three-quarter uppercut. He throws them all. He's very accurate.
It would appear that Griffin is way ahead on points. I really don't see any way for Kim Jin-Ho to win this bout unless he should take Griffin out, and that's short of impossible right now.
I talked to Pat Nappy about him. Said what makes him special. He said he has everything that a boxer needs to have: determination, desire, and he's willing to sacrifice, and it pays off in the ring.
One of the U.S. coaches, Joe Bird, who worked with him in the Goodwill game, says he's unbeatable, and he hasn't even peaked yet. Griffin landing vicious body shots, and up to the head, scoring at will. I mean, Kim Jin-Ho is a punching bag right now.
And yet he comes, he still comes, he comes in.
He gets an A+ for courage. Koreans have shown the ability to take a punch, and a point is being deducted. Not sure for what. They received a warning for something. I think for butting. Right now, it doesn't matter. I mean, this bout clearly belongs to Griffin. He's getting in some target practice right now.
Very tough to the body. Uppercut. Left uppercut. Great right. Right to the ear. Right hook.
Griffin, of course, could turn pro right now, but he wants to keep the dream alive and win the Olympic gold in '92 and then look forward to a pro career. What a career he's got. His sponsor and mentor, Bob George, is working out in Texas. He got Eric working out in his garage, rebuilding his career and his life, and he's got to be pleased the progress this young man has made. I don't know how Kim Jin-Ho is taking these punches. He really looks wobbly right now. But he's really been courageous.
Well, I don't see any positives even completing his bout. A good left, a short left to the head.
Look at Griffin spreading his feet now, just flailing away. Landing some awfully hard blows to the head. Final minute of the bout. Little League pitching a shutout right now. Incredible how hard he hits for a 106 pounder. It looks like he could go another 3 rounds.
If you dropped 106 pounds on your toe, I don't even know if it would hurt. But if he hit you, it would hurt.
Those really hurt.
Oh. Great right, another left, combination.
Oh, my, what punches by Eric Griffin. Griffin, now trending out of Houston, Texas. We'll be back with the decision in a moment. Griffin has clearly won this bout, but we'll see as we await the decision at 106 pounds. Griffin dominating from start to finish, scoring at will.
He was just too much for the Korean. From an angle standpoint, there's a straight left. He threw just about every punch that you could throw. You would think that he won the bout.
It's a 2-1 split. The winner in the red corner, Kim-In.
That has to be a mistake. That's an accurate decision. It's a travesty, a total injustice. We should point out there are 2 Korean judges scoring this bout. Son Hyun-Koo and Kim Song-Yoon, and they obviously voted for the Korean. There is no way, absolutely no way, that Eric Griffin lost this bout. This is ridiculous.
Well, if they judged this bout on punishment taken, he was clearly a winner because he took some punishment. There's a right uppercut and a straight left, and this went on for 3 rounds, feathering his cap to beat the 2-time world champion Eric Griffin. But
there's Billy Dove, the president of the USAABF, talking with one of the Koreans. This is one of the most ridiculous decisions I have ever seen in amateur boxing. It wasn't even close. We are here with Eric Griffin, who I'm sure at this point is as shocked as the rest of us. I think everybody in the building except the 2 Korean judges felt that you dominated that bout from start to finish. Obviously, you can't believe the decision either.
Hey, I mean, I still feel like I'm on top of the world. I mean, anytime I'm fighting anybody, I mean, I dominate all around. And that's what I did to the Korean.
What went through your mind when the decision was announced?
Well, I mean, I couldn't judge it myself because, I mean, with 2 Korean judges against me, I mean, hey, that's a break, man.
This is your first loss in your last 25 bouts. It has to be kind of devastating.
Well, you know, I mean, everyone knows in the building I beat the guy. I mean, and with the decision, you know, upset my fans. And I'm pretty sure it would upset my brother. I mean, my 2 brothers, especially my manager, my sponsor, Bob. And he won't believe it neither. And he knows I'll still be a winner. Right here, you see, I mean, catching him with everything, making him miss and everything. You see that? Under and over.
Eric, it appeared to me that in the middle rounds in this fight, it appeared to me that you had hurt him and that he was taking so much punishment that they might even consider stopping this thing. Did you feel that you were hurting him?
Yeah. I mean, when I gave him the 8 count, I knew I had him. I mean, I made a fool out of this guy, man. I mean, there ain't no doubt about it.
You are looking at the final results from this dual meet between the United States and Korea. The U.S. winning 7-4, and obviously the last bout, the outcome was somewhat of a shocker, to say the least, Kevin.
Well, I think it's amateur boxing, and I also think there's no question that Eric Griffin won the fight, and he dominated throughout. He himself said he did, but it is amateur boxing, and it happens.
Well, sometimes that does happen, especially when you get 2 Korean judges and 1 American, and the outcome was 2-1 in favor of the Korean. But there were some bright spots for the U.S. aside from Griffin's loss.
Well, I didn't think Eric. I didn't think Eric really took it that hard. He's a 2-time world champion and also a target. I thought Jeremy Williams. I thought that bout was just incredible. It was nonstop action from start to finish. Jeremy almost got himself knocked out and came back to win. And I thought the left hook that Oscar De La Hoya. I'll take that one home with me. The one that he threw.
Well, Oscar's been terrific. U.S. champion. He's won almost every possible amateur honor. A bright pro prospect ahead for him. But before that, he wants to win the gold in 1992, and he's only 17. What a great future he has. So, an exciting night of boxing.